Good morning, YouTube. It's Rochelle Tan, and it's May 17th, 2022. It's around 11:30 in the morning, and I shouldn't be doing this because I should be at work, but I work from home, so I'm the boss. This is a video addressing some of you men coming to my comment section about Miss Vivica Fox. Let me straighten a few things out for you niggas. Number one, don't come questioning me about a husband, because most of you niggas ain't no husbands. Your mom didn't teach you how to be one, and your dad wasn't there. So don't come questioning me about a motherfucking husband. Maybe I have a husband if I got like some of my sisters and date outside the race. Because most of you niggas don't marry nothing. Let's start there. Most of you niggas are surface people, just like black women are surface people. You're content with being called a stepdad or a husband. You ain't got no ring neither. Most of you niggas are just like your internet daddy, Kevin Samuels. You're gonna die on top of a prostitute, talking a bunch of shit, moving smoke and fucking mirrors. I don't need an internet daddy. My father stuck around. I don't need a person like Kevin Samuels or anyone else to guide me about my value as a person. Now, what I said about Vivica Fox, everything I said was true. Don't believe me? Go check your facts. Niggas, don't come in my comment section talking about Jay-Z or 50 Cent. Most of you niggas are the type of niggas that probably stream their music for free and don't pay for it. And if you're too young to remember CDs, you're the type of niggas that would have bought the Blueprint 2 on bootleg. Don't tell me about 50 Cent and Jay-Z. I paid to see both those men. That Jay-Z don't even have nothing to do with this conversation. There is an old interview from the VMAs that 50 took Vivica to, and when he was asked by a reporter, how did you get a date with her, because she was one of the hottest stars of the time, it's like he said, I called her up and asked. Now, I said, and this is the truth, I worked for Merriam Theater on South Broad Street here in Philadelphia. I had to work a show. I don't remember if it was a stage play. It must have been a stage play, an urban play that Vivica Fox was in, and I had to set up the poles around her photograph station. She charged $20 at the beginning of the night, and by the end of the night, you niggas was paying $50 a pop to take a picture with her. And she's almost 60. Let's be clear about something, you lactose ass daddy needing niggas. Let me tell you something. Vivica Fox in her 20s and 30s didn't look like that hoe that your boy died on top of. Kevin Samuels, when I was watching his work, had the gall to tell a black woman, oh, another nurse. Meanwhile, the chick that you died on top of was a nurse. And from what I understand in Instagram world, a traveling nurse is nothing but a fancy wording for escort. The bitch won't no 10. Let me tell you who was a 10 when she was 32. Vivica Fox. She's a 10. Don't believe me? Go check Independence Day. She was in her 30s in that role. Go check Set It Off. And like I said in that video, as a woman who grew up watching Vivica Fox, Monica Calhoun, Lisa Ray, Nia Long, all these black women helped make these so-called rappers that y'all go defend. And in their heyday, they were the shit. For what it's worth, Vivica Fox looks great now. So what if she had plastic surgery? You got bitches in their 20s getting plastic surgery. She ain't getting no plastic surgery in her 20s, 30s, arguably 40s, because she was bad. And her money was longer than Kevin Samuels, and she was married for about the same amount of time Kevin Samuels was. Kevin Samuels had 2 marriages, 2 that didn't last past 5 years. So who in their right mind would take relationship advice from someone like that? But you bum ass niggas. No, what you really want from Kevin Samuels, you want to be Kevin Samuels or any of these other YouTubers that get their fame off of black women and where we are as women. That's what you really fucking want. I'm surprised you talk about where's my husband. Where are a lot of you niggas' wives? Like Kevin Samuels, where was his wife? He died on top of a fucking prostitute. A fat prostitute at that. That bitch won't no 10. That bitch won't no size 4. I can tell by looking at her Photoshop pictures. Are y'all that fucking gone that you would hate on a woman like Vivica Fox, who you've been watching since a lot of y'all were in fucking diapers? She's right. He was a hypocrite. If you niggas know what hypocrite means. He was a hypocrite. How are you giving relationship advice and you don't have a functioning marriage? And you motherfuckers taking up for this nigga, you don't know. You only thing you know is what everyone puts on these cameras. You don't know these people. And most of you motherfuckers taking up for Kevin Samuels or any of these YouTubers, you niggas ain't paying for their shows. Most of you. You're not paying for their tickets. You're not paying for their consultations or all that other shit they got that you can buy from them, their merchandise and all that. You support them because you niggas need to be led. I understand that. But coming to my comment section talking about my meds and my husband and all that shit has nothing to do with the fact Vivica Fox was fucking right. And y'all hate the fact that woman could have bought and sold Kevin Samuels 10 times over and still be spending Kill Bill money. Now, I don't like what a lot of black celebrities have become over the years. Not just her, but they gotta play the game. They're in Hollywood. You know, the place Kevin Samuels was trying to make it to. She's been in Hollywood since the 90s, and to my understanding, you gotta play a game. And no, she doesn't look like she used to, but when you see 57, you're not gonna look like you used to. Hell, when 50 Cent did the Super Bowl, last Super Bowl, he's overweight now. Do you niggas talk about that? Or is it just the women who get older and y'all don't get older? What the holy fuck? Y'all men are so fucking feminine. You niggas are so feminine. Kevin Samuels was feminine too. And yes, I would take advice from someone that came from a family if I was trying to create a family. She would know. She knows Mr. Fox is her father if Kevin Samuels even knew who the fuck his father was. And this is the person you choose to follow. I have every right to say what I want on my channel. You black men that don't like me, you don't gotta be over here. Go find the next Kevin Samuels, because I know a lot of you niggas is working on that. Because again, I didn't watch the nigga shit till someone asked me to do that video in my comments. And I followed it up with Vivica Fox, because you niggas is so fickle. If Vivica Fox was in the room with you, you niggas wouldn't have none of that shit to say. I've been in the same room with that woman. And as I said, her essence makes you want to get your hustle on. Her essence makes you want to get your hustle on. Her resume is solidified. Kevin Samuels niggas trying to figure out where he worked, if he finished college and all this other shit because he is smoking mirrors. He's an ATL nigga. And that's not me saying that. One of my subscriptions lives in Atlanta, and he says it's the land of smoking mirrors, and he's absolutely right. Kevin Samuels is a smoking mirror type nigga who found a niche and found you stupid niggas that will follow him because he was smart enough to understand y'all always need a leader. And if he puts on a nice suit and his manicured nails and shit and sounds like he knows what he's talking about, he knew you niggas would follow suit because you're looking for someone to cling on to. And I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm not taking relationship advice from someone who's single. That's number one. Number two, he was a hypocrite. Vivica Fox is right. And number three, this is nothing. This is why I stopped dealing with men, black men particularly. You niggas don't have the right to say who's crazy, off their meds, this and that, if they disagree with you or someone you like. I'm not off my meds. But let me tell you what Kevin Samuels was on that cocaine. That's why he kicked the bucket at 56 years old. Down talking about some fucking Red Bull. That nigga came through the crack 80s and 90s. That nigga was a cokehead, and I can see that just looking at him. Why don't y'all talk about that? Instead of coming over here asking me where my husband, I'll ask y'all, where's your wives? Where are their rings? Not just a name either, because that's a lot of you niggas. Y'all just like names. That's why you walk around calling yourself kings and you're unmarried. And the only thing you got is a bunch of bastard kids running around with women that you don't take care of. That's why I don't have a husband. And if I ever want to get a husband in my life, I pretty much know at 41, it won't be a black man. Most of y'all ain't worth your salt. Most of you are fucking grandfathers by the time you're 37 years old. Just like a lot of these queens. So don't come to my channel talking some shit or talking about rappers and shit. You don't know me. Like I said, I still pay for Jay-Z and 50 Cent's music right now. Do you? Or y'all want them niggas that download free music and don't understand why the artists want you to pay them? I've seen 50 Cent in concert a couple times. I've seen Jay-Z in concert at the height of his fame in Madison Square Garden. I've supported these rappers, so I can have an opinion about them. And that video wasn't even about them. But that's another thing. A lot of you niggas pole jock these rappers too, because you give your nuts to be 50 Cent or Jay-Z. But you never will be, because you don't have the talent, the discipline, and the looks. A lot of y'all are big on looks, to ever make it in that realm. And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever, but I'm going to do like my other commenter said. I'm going to keep going, because I'm warning you niggas now. I see it coming. Black women are about to run YouTube this decade. You better understand me. And not some of these bitches that y'all used to ragging on. Not bitches with 6 or 7 kids or 5 or 6 baby daddies. Not none of them bitches. Oh, no. And some of them bitches, let me not exclude them. Because in some ways, some of these single mothers make better moves and more moves than y'all niggas do. I see them here in Philly. I see these women with 3 kids and they work a day job and they go slide down a pole after their job, when you niggas are sitting out here asking women for money. And I know that goes on coast to coast. But YouTube black women about to have their shine on the internet, on YouTube. You better make no mistake. It's not just me. I follow trends of YouTube. Hell, I've supported certain YouTubers. Niggas like y'all, you don't get the complete picture of what I'm trying to say pertaining to this situation. But I'm not crazy. I'm not on meds. And if you don't believe me, to all you fuck niggas down in my comment section, you men, go Google it. Google the VMAs. I think that was 2004 after 50's album came out. When he went to the VMAs with Vivica Fox, he asked her out. Google it. Vivica Fox was married for 4 years. Kevin Samuel was married twice in 4 years. 2 unsuccessful marriages. And this is the person y'all take up for. And her money is longer than his. Most of Vivica Fox's old movies are still streaming on Netflix, Tubi, or wherever. She gets a piece of that every time you watch it. So don't get it twisted. Again, she made it to Hollywood. He was trying to get to Hollywood. Him and a couple other YouTubers I can name, that if black women, and we cleaned up our act tomorrow as a group of women, what the fuck would these niggas talk about? Nothing. Oh yeah, that's right, Kevin Samuels ain't doing no more talking anyway, because that nigga's gone. So now y'all gotta go find yourself a new daddy on the internet. Have fun.